Santos to kick this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to throw here. Bennett. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Bennett. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Bennett fakes a handoff. Now to throw.
Rolling to his right.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And Bennett will look to throw.
Caught on the right side by Adams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. They give it to Williams running right. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. That's what's going on.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Williams. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want to back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Stetson Bennett, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw, it's Williams. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken the lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Bennett now. Looking left side, and now the ball comes loose. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Bennett here out of the shotgun.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bennett now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Stetson Bennett
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. Here's Williams.
Dancing to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Back to throw, Bennett.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bennett looking to throw. Going right back to Ferguson.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bennett. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Adams, the man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Bennett. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
This is taken at the 15. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air, Williams. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's the rookie from Washington, Rome Odunze. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze. 35 yards. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to throw is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's got it to about the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw, Williams.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30.
Ready? Go!
Swift going to try up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Bennett backed up into his end zone. This one swung out to Williams.
And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Bennett will look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off play action. Here's Bennett. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Sticking to the aerial attack, here's Bennett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw here. Bennett. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
2-2 Atwell.
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Rams get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
To throw, it's Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Let's go.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Rams, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on
ice cream, Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that, get that, get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I think he knows. When I save him like that, he's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on, and he knows it's true. When I play with him like that,
That's how I be happy. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it on for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palms, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Out of my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random. The sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I'm squinting. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse flirts. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang, gang, gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? Together was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
First carry of the game for Zamir White, taken down at the 47-yard line. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Smith going to move him around.
Throwing now is Geno. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Geno now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Well, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert off of play action.
That one complete to McConkey.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
From his goal line here, Smith. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now here's a carry heading left.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now Gino. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Raiders first down.
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nope. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Smith.
That one's complete out to Michael Mayer.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott.
Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Smith. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Smith.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. In motion, the tight end. Herbert now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and picked up by the Chargers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense
is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win.
Yeah, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fate now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rate now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a great cloud.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams, and off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. What a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking of getting the ball, getting your script, running your plays. Instead, Greg, it is a fumble lost on the opening kickoff.
It's just absolutely the most disastrous beginning of a game you could possibly dream up. And what you do now, Mike, is not only does the other team get the ball, you send your defense out there early in this game and force them to have to defend a short field right away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Gino. He gets this one to Tucker. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of the...
That is intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. He's got the tight end there. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. From the pistol, Smith. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Williams in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. Now he takes off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Throwing now is Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But somehow it comes right back to him. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 86 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They go play action with Smith. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Gino. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and long. In motion is Myers. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Now for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. Conklin goes in motion. Now Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Herbert. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Chargers. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in Week 1. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. On 2nd down, Smith. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Smith leading them to the line as they get set to go for 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further. On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now the Raiders going to use the 1st of their timeouts. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining here in this 1st half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. 2nd and a yard. Now Herbert. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll run with Harris. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Second and goal. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's a debut for the ages, paying immediate dividends. 3 touchdowns in the season opener. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Going up top. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Throwing on second down, Smith. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Gino gonna throw for it. Now a shot here, deep middle. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
And he will score again. Touchdown, L.A. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On first down is Smith. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And this ball's going to go.
We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, got what you need. If you need to feel it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. Get in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Running, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, the show, they tell you I'm local. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to feel it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. Get in the getting. You can find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to feel it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. Get in the getting. My flow, my show brought me the dough that brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn if the talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to feel it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. Get in the getting. You can find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to feel it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. Get in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop on. Shady Aftermath. That's how I be happening. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in it. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe it. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 dreams. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it down for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palms, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random these sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
First time I seen $1 million. I squinted, bro, gave me a pack to help me hustle.
Set. Ready, run! Ready!
Hey, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it.
Ready,
New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They callin' up Deanna. Straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital, and now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, they pay out, they pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers, the big watch the women. I gon' meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing with gold. The middle keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo up, a federal limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Let's play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got on my own and they fucking coolin'. I don't pressure no clock. I sun and moon and bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, down ready, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
Set. Ready. Ready. Set. Set. Ready. Ready. What is it? Set. Go.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say something like that.
Set.
I'm not
Set.
with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say something like
Ready.
that.
Set.
That he's cool.
Set. Ready.
I won't doubt it. He won't mislead all his followers. Praying on the process. Mind and spirit. Feel like I'm floating in my prime time. One life, live it right now. One life, live it in.
That's life. For times, for life, for life, for me.
Got God on mine. To the devil I'm fine. He always trying his best. Top of the pole. Me and my bros. When the story gets told, it's gonna be BMF. Down hard. The one made easy. You can't live twice. Thank God I'm breathing. We gotta go now. One life, live it right now. One life, live it in.
That's life. For times, for life, for life, for now, my eyes. Thank God I breathe tonight.
Still no pressure. Thank God I breathe. I speak, it's what they need. I tell no lies. I'm still up top and still can't drop what they not. Yeah. Like they was fill over slaps, I guess gotta run it back. You like the way that went down after it was, I admit it. Turn to a beast. It's that right here that get me going. After I put it, but they be killing the critics and killing the hate. Might gotta talk to a priest. The way we evolved and knock down walls, it's outrageous. Quarterback calls, I don't like 12 except Tom Brady. Can short my stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up this, ain't no cables. Don't look what happened in Vegas and stay in Vegas. Morning time, we check the news, we made the pages.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. Talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene? What is you? You and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work lame like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the back gate yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the back gate yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh.
Just walked out the lavish store, pair of shoes, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. I'm in that thing shifting and I'm lane switching. Big, I'ma stand on straight, baby. Ducking on like Blake Griffin. He keep talking, bro, gon' leave his missing. Baby, these all white, these ain't no Hirachi. Bad, 50 flow, ain't hibachi. I got 10 missed calls, all my mad at me. Valet Park Designer District, I'm going straight to gallery. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. I was bad in school, now I'm tryna dodge a semen. Just walked out the lavish store, pair of shoes, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life.